Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Canes will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Duke's offense has the ball first today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Blue Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and they're... wasn't any room to pick it up. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Miami's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And are we ever lucky to see these 2 great quarterbacks in action here today? And, Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these 2 quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on their mind. Man, these are 2 huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Lyle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The give out of the gun. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Fights off the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Blue Devils line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll send out the kicker here. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Nice move to pick up yardage. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Every team needs those. A mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking downfield, it's back. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They take over again, and they have yet to move the sticks on their previous 2 possessions. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Blue Devils are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Hauls it in, looking for space. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Quick strike complete. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. To throw, it's Beck. Pressure coming. It's complete to the right. Quick step and go. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Duke.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted.
You got to be so careful, too. Third and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage too because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw. It's back. Flips it out on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sideline, it's Bauman. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19.
And 3rd down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where am I on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big 1st down.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Beck. It's complete! He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains.
Scores on a sneak.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. And scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Some misdirection with the counter. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Anthony. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. What a catch, and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap. And the Blue Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Firing to the right, complete. Made a defender miss. On the move is the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Pringle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Canes are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Bauman. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field.
Touchdown, Miami! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Rides the back on the option to give. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Blue Devils come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. We've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Blue Devils are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. There he goes. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the run. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So we open the final period with a third down play. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Duke! Great job by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Beck. Punts it out of the air. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Motion from the wideout. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Caves! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. Did you see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation.
He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, he drops the throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And the Hurricanes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Looking to throw, it's back. Catch in the middle, it's Bauman. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Unloads quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Touchdown Hurricane! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. That's caught. It's Moore.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. To the air on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's King. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hauls it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.